Hi there, welcome to our interactive darts video. I'm Andy and I'm going to guide you through both our augmented reality darts, but first of all our smart darts videos. There's a number of different videos for you to watch, but in this one I'm going to take you through smart darts and I'm going to show you the hardware, the software, both from a customer perspective where they're popping their names in and how to start games, but also from an operator perspective as to how you work the system. And I'll take you through the differences between these two different systems and how all the charging works. We've got separate videos then for each of the different games. You can watch us playing through the game start to finish so you can see how they play, what's involved, what the rules are and how good they are to play. So let's get going and talk you through the smart dart system. Okay, so smart darts. Let's start off with the hardware. So first of all, it uses normal steel tip darts. It uses a normal bristle style dartboard. But this dartboard is clever. It's made by Unicorn. It's called a smart board. And by magnetising the darts, what you actually do is you push this dart, there's a little hole down there, you push it in there, give it a little twizzle, and it then magnetises the tip on the dart. Inside the board, there's a clever system which senses where the magnetised tip of the dart has gone into the board, and that's how it knows where the dart has landed. And it makes it incredibly accurate. It's the most accurate system you can have. The alternative is using cameras, but cameras need to be calibrated correctly. They could get knocked in a venue, and they're not as accurate as using one of these boards. So use a Unicorn smart board. So that's sat there. It's actually lit by a halo ring, which just plugs into the back there. That's an optional extra. Then there's a cable running that runs from there to the computer system, which is a touchscreen, which is here encased in a metal sort of stand that you can see there. The difference between this Unicorn smartboard, this is the commercial version, and a domestic one that you might find for sale on the web, is that this does use a serial cable. It's more reliable. The domestic version uses a Bluetooth connection, which isn't as reliable or secure. So that's a key difference there. This screen controls everything, and it then runs to not only the board to do the scoring, but then also displays everything on the screen. The whole kit connects up via just one main socket, and you have to have one internet Ethernet port socket that you can just plug in an Ethernet cable into. That then runs to the screen, and then that connects it to the internet. Why does it connect to the internet? Well, the reason for that is that there are continual improvements to the system, there are downloads, improvements to the games, improvements to calibration, some of the settings you might want to use. But most importantly, that is how it connects to be able to run each of the different games. Every customer that comes to it, they will put in a PIN code that's been bought from the till system at the bar or wherever you're selling somebody a game on the system. They'll have a PIN code, that gets tapped into there, and that then goes through the internet and starts a session. So that's how it works. Okay, so let's run you through the different packs that you can buy, and this will involve either furniture like this or just a tech pack. First of all, the tech pack will give you just the hardware, so you'll get the touchscreen. It won't come with the metal surround. You will need to provide some sort of furniture to be able to put that in, or we can just supply you with just this if you wish. And you'll just get the board. The lights around here, that's an option, so you can go for that as well. But you'll need to provide whatever furniture fitment you want to have on your wall that might fit the theming of your venue. Then of course we'll provide you with the screen as well, and again you can put that either up above or to the side. It really depends upon how you'd like to set things up. So the tech pack is literally just the hardware, no furniture. If you go for the standard pack, then you'll get this bar top here, which has got sort of metal legs, and obviously you'll have the metal cradle that goes around the touchscreen there. And you'll get the rear woodwork that you see there, which provides you a place to put the board into and to hide all the wiring. All the wiring kind of hides under all of this quite neatly, as you can see here. If you go for the premium pack, then you get this. So it's a bigger piece of furniture. It's, you know, looks really quite sturdy, doesn't it? Because it is. And it comes with, our version here has got turned legs, but if you prefer to have something a bit more modern, you go for straight legs. And we can adapt this depending upon your needs. So we have before made it where there's a caged area below there, which you can put a padlock on, so customers can pop their belongings in there safely and can be sort of padlocked away if you wish. We've put lighting on the top here, LED sort of lighting just to provide a bit of ambience. We've even fitted USB charging points so people can charge up their mobile phones whilst they play as well. So those are the options for the furniture or tech packs with the smart system. Okay, so let's kick off with the screen then. So this is what a customer sees when they walk up to it. It's got the Home Leisure Direct branding on it, but your venue, you can have all your logos on it. So when we onboard you, we'll get all your logos, all your creatives that you want us to be putting onto the system. You give us those, we'll upload them, it'll have all your stuff on there. So I've got Tom to help me because Tom's our expert on how to operate everything. So Tom's going to help us guide our way through. So let's get going, let's click, let's play. So your customer's bought a session at your bar. They're being provided with the PIN code, so they can either tap in this PIN code or you can have one of your staff come along and onboard the customer and help them through all the setup process. So let's just kick off then and pop a PIN number into there, Tom.
So with us, we don't have a code, but for you, you'd be provided with your code, so you bang your code in, you click done, which adds you to your next screen, which is adding your players in as you go. So you'll add your players, you'll put your name, so in this instance we'll do Andy.
Yeah.
You click done. And then it'll ask you
I've got to take my picture.
You love your picture, click done, and you'll see that'll add your players.
Brilliant.
So once you've done that, add as many players as you can do.
Put yourself in.
We'll add another one. You add done, a couple of us playing now, so you'll step into games once you've added all your players, and then that obviously brings you into your menu where you've got a selection of up to 7 games on the smart.
Okay, so I can see 5. How do I see the others?
So you've got more options down the bottom, which brings over to the next side where you've got Robin Hood, which is obviously the last one on the same screen, and then you get 4 more games added in.
Fantastic. So can the customer then be left to then choose what they want to play?
So from this point you get to do whatever you like really. So you've got choice of games, so you can go for any of these, go into Robin Hood for example, jump into there, give you a brief demo of what you get. So Robin Hood, basically playing a win, easy as that. So you hit play now, you'll add your players, so we'll go me and Andy in, you'll click play, and then it will give you a brief, all the rules on the screen. You'll also get a brief demo for who's playing first, and on the main screen you'll get a small tutorial.
So you can set difficulties, can't you?
Yes.
At what stage do you need to pick?
So that's the early stage.
Easy.
So if I just come back out, so go to the game. So you've got three stages, so easy, medium, hard. Easy's for most of us, like me, pretty terrible. Want to score points. Medium's kind of you get into slightly harder skill levels where you're starting to hit more precise targets, and then when you step into your hard, you kind of get into you're quite good at darts, or you fancy showing off a little bit.
Brilliant.
So tell you what, let's go hard, shall we?
No, let's not do hard. Okay. So that's how you on board, and then you just start playing a game.
So
and then that's it.
Choose all your players, click play. And then that'll take you straight in.
And off we go. Okay, so that was the customer screen. Let's now look at the screen for you as an operator. And this is the main menu sort of system. Let's run you through what you've got. So there's no active session running. You can reboot the terminal. So if you just need to restart this whole system, you just press that. If you want to go into network settings, this will give you all the settings on here, and you can refresh that if you need. You can start a promo session. So this is if you wanted to give 20 minutes of free play to somebody, so you want to demo it to a customer or have some staff training, then that is how you start that. You can terminate the session. So if you've already got a game playing and you want to stop it, you can just tap that. This connects the monitor, disconnects the monitor, so if you're just trying to test the screen or just test your cabling, you'd use that. And the same thing for the board, you can connect and disconnect from there. For the advanced, I need Tom's to enter the PIN code, which I'll cover, there we go. And this then takes you into the advanced piece, so you can see the Oki naming, you can put in the venue ID, which is our name on there for now. Then you've got session management. What session management is how you get your PIN number to put into it. So we're on the smart system for now, but you might use Design My Night, and you can change the settings for there. The type of board that you're using, I mentioned in the hardware piece between the differences between serial and Bluetooth, but you always use serial now. The orientation of the board and the turn start is automatic, not manual. You can do a board test from here, and a camera test if you're using our camera system, which you will see on our website, is an option on there. One of the features on here is the board test, and you might have this where a customer's maybe said to you that the dart's going to a certain section and not scoring. So if you wanted to come along, test the boards are working fine, you hit board test, equip yourself with the dart, which we've got Tom with, and then you can just put it in there. So he's hit 1, 10. You can see each of the different pieces on here. We're all going green as he puts the dart in. Then you know that the dart is working, it's being magnetised, and that the board is sensing where the dart is landing. Okay, so let's run you through the way that it's charged. So you've got an upfront fee that you'll be paying, and then you've got ongoing costs that you'll be paying through the use of the system. let's do the upfront fees first. So first of all, got the installation, so that's putting everything in. That's all covered for you. You've got the system configuration, so that includes kind of onboarding you, getting everything onto the system, getting you all set up, putting your branding on there as well. You just give us all of the assets, we'll load that all up, so that all comes up on the screen for you. Sets up the computer analytics for you as well, and that covers the usage of the systems. You'll be able to spot trends, what are your busiest days, busiest hours, how much money you've taken, all that comes as part of the package. We also include staff training, so we'll run through with your team on the day of installation once it's all been put in, have your team members there, and we'll take everybody through playing some games, how the games work, how the system works, how to go through all the back end pieces that we've shown you on this video as well. So that's all covered in there for you. And then you've got ongoing support. So if anything goes wrong with it, you've got a hotline you just give a call to. Our technicians will be able to dial into the system for you, and most things can actually be fixed over the internet. If a component does fail, and they'll diagnose that if it has happened, then they'll arrange to send you out a brand new piece of kit, you send back the old faulty piece, and if that doesn't fix it, then of course our engineers will come out to you and come and get you sorted out and get you back up and running. The ongoing fees then, the way that this works is that when your customer goes to your bar, for example, decides to buy an hour's worth of play, you'll be taking a PIN code from our portal. You'll be putting that into the system here to start that session working, and then that initiates an hour's worth of play, which you'll be needing to pay a proportion of that to us for using the system. Through the month, then that all goes through our analytics package that I mentioned just now, and then there'll be a monthly fee that you'll be charged and billed on a monthly basis ongoing. So that's the way all the charges work. Okay, so let's give you a pretty good rundown of everything with the Smart Dart system. I just want to give you a brief summary of the differences between smart and augmented reality. So the augmented reality system, we've got a complete video for that, so I suggest you just go and check that out. But just to explain the differences, is this is using a projector to project onto a screen. It's still using the same smart board, but the smart board is actually white because you can project onto the board all the different games and the different game objectives, and then when you get the dart in the right bit, you'll see an explosion or a colour change, or something will happen to signify that you've done the bit that you need to do, or that you haven't on there. And that's the big difference between the two systems. There's a greater price for this because you've got a very high-res projector, and you've got a projector screen, and you've got all the surround for it. So that's the reason for the difference in the pricing between the two different packages. Also, the gameplay is similar, so the games will be called the same sort of things. So you've got Robin Hood, for example, on both systems, but because it's on the augmented reality screen, the gameplay is a bit different. It actually more clearly shows you on the board what you've done, what you've hit, and it's more immersive for a customer. So a customer playing it will have a really cool experience playing it on this. Not that they won't on that. I mean, that system there is cutting edge on its own. It's an amazing system, but AR takes it to another level. So if you'd like to check out AR, go and watch that video. And if you'd like to see the games that we were talking about on the smart system, check out the individual videos for those. They're also on our website and on our YouTube channel. And if you want any more information about everything I've run through, then all of our sales team are fully clued up on everything. Give us a call, we'll talk you through everything, send you through any information you need, and hopefully get you set up with an amazing interactive dart system. Look forward to catching you next time.